We have so many films these days that are being made for the teenage audience. Films that look like overblown TV shows. Here's a picture with adult stars, troubled characters, and a dark look.
You said you enjoyed it more than any of the other entertainment pictures this summer. I certainly didn't think it was as much fun as the Indiana Jones film.
More for me.
And
I felt I've been through that one before.
It's not a film for children. You call it an adult film. Another way to put it is, it's not for kids.
I don't think so.
It's an extremely disturbing film.
Don't you find that? Well, wait a minute.
Vale.
Bruce Wayne.
And what do you do for a living?
Lieutenant, is there a 6-foot bat in Gotham City?
Nice outfit.
You look fine.
I didn't ask. I have given a name to my pain.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
Where does he get those wonderful toys?
My life is really complex.
Winged freak terrorizes. Wait till they get a load of me.
With Roger Moore now thankfully out of the picture, Timothy Dalton returns as 007, and the result is a more traditional character, less the wise guy, more the gutsy, hard worker, and I like that difference.
How can one man leave you breathless? When you get on his bad side, your number is up. Timothy Dalton is James Bond 007. Licensed to kill.
Police officer, out of my way.
Morning. Morning, Petey.
Dave! Amos! Amos! Ah! Oh, I'll kill you. No, Hooch!
Hey, what are you doing to this dog?
Oh, just take him for a walk.
Well,
what is it? What? What? If you're hungry, finish the hamburgers. You eat the buns. Eat the buns. You're not thirsty. You're not touching the water, the orange juice, crab-apple. What am I supposed to do? Make you a margarita? Shut up! God! Shut up! This has been going on for 2.5 hours. Be quiet.
Who's taller? Who's taller? Seriously. We went in there and people were laying bets that we wouldn't last but a few days. As a matter of fact, there was a certain group that formed a protective shield. You have almost 2,500 men, and we had maybe 30 guards, unarmed. And you just pray that goodwill abounds.
What is this shit here, Jimmy? I don't know, but it's official.
In the minimum security prison of Norwood State, Frank Leone, a model prisoner, had only 6 months to go
Fractal 10.
on a 5-year sentence.
Take it. God, that's my guy! Being transferred. For what? I didn't do nothing!
But under cover of darkness,
That's not necessary. That back, officer. He's in our custody now.
with freedom just a matter of time, someone from his past is about to turn back the clock.
Welcome to Gateway, Leone. We've been waiting for you.
Stallone. Lockup. How much can a man take? How far can a man be pushed before he fights back?
The special effects in this movie are really well done. There's a friendly ant that looks amazingly realistic and so forth. Unfortunately, the movie's storytelling ability is not the equal of the special effects. For me, this is the same problem as with Batman. There's not much of a sense of fun in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Not enough silliness and wild imagination. And when they do get a good idea, like having Moranis suspend himself above the backyard to circle around looking for the kids, they let it run on so long we get tired of it.
It was a quiet Saturday morning.
Zelensky! Give it a rest! It's Saturday!
Professor Wayne Zelinsky was hard at work on his new invention.
This thing works. It'll put us right up there with the invention of electricity.
That didn't quite work.
Did you get the machine to work?
A few more bugs to get out.
Then something quite unexpected
Where are
happened.
the kids?
I haven't seen them since I left this morning.
It shrunk the kids.
Nick, what happened?
It works. Diane, I got something real important to tell you.
Are you trying to tell me?
The machine works? Do the kids know?
Well, yeah, the kids know.
That's great!
It's not that great.
Why?
I shrunk the kids. And the Thompson kids, too. They're about this big. Threw them out with the trash.
What?
They're in the backyard.
Walt Disney Pictures presents The Last Frontier.
Dad can fix us, right, Nick?
Sprinklers!
I'll tell you, their size. It's a jungle out there.
Nicky, get out of there!
Now, while the professor is looking for the kids,
Just gotta keep our eyes open.
they're taking matters into their own hands.
I say that, Ann. It's ours!
They better behave themselves.
Something's very weird here.
What is it? Earthquake!
No worse! Lawnmower!
Rick Moranis is Professor Wayne Zelinsky.
Are you saying that machine
Blew up my kid?
No.
If the machine had blown up the kids, there'd be pieces of them everywhere.
Wayne, did you report some missing children?
Oh, there must be some mistake. Ours are in the backyard. Right, honey?
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
We're all the size of boogers. Dad, don't eat me!
Hi. Still cold.
Slim, can you play If I Could Be With You?
Oh, that's a great old song. We haven't played that in a while. In 3 flats?
I'll catch up with you.
Flats.
1, 2.
B flat.
B flat. I'd be anything but blue. You sing. Sing. Keep it high.
Play it in G. G.
In a summer of sequels, which have often been pale imitations of the originals, this one is an exception to the rule. The original Lethal Weapon was one of the smartest and most exciting cop buddy action pictures of recent years, and Part 2 is as smart as exciting and just as well written.
Who is it?
Police, open up.
How do I know you're the police?
After I shoot you through the door, you can examine the bullet. Open up.
Mel Gibson, Danny Glover,
Come on, let's go, Raj.
No, we shouldn't go.
Let's go. Come on, Raj. Don't be a killjoy.
Come on, we're back.
We're bad. You're black. I'm mad. Come on, man.
Hey, listen. If we're going, shouldn't I have a gun?
No.
Now, get ready for something lethal.
I'm surprised you haven't heard about me. You know, I got a bad reputation. I mean, sometimes I just go nuts like now.
Because the magic
Gun!
is back.
Mark, out the window, no!
You all right, man? Yeah, I'm okay. Where were you, man? You my partner or what? Why didn't you follow me down?
Yeah, why don't you follow him down?
Shut up! I'm 7 floors up!
Lethal Weapon 2.
You go first. I'm really too old for this.
You go first, I'll cover you.
Eeny, meeny, miny.
Good police work, officer.
Come on.
No.
Back to my place. Hey, I'll even cook.
You're lucky. I have to live with that.
You're not gonna make it.
I'm gonna make
You
it.
know, there's not enough room.
You were right, you know. Yeah, there wasn't enough room.
Lethal Weapon 2. This time, they're not taking any crap.
Just get off me, man. I don't want anybody to see us like that.
Wow, what a day! What a day! What a fabulous day! Woo! I'm having a fabulous day!
Excuse me, I'm taking a survey. What do you like?
Horse number 2.
The horse.
The one horse.
I always bet on 5.
Up yours.
Thank you.
Richard Dreyfuss is Jay Trotter, a man with nothing to lose,
You finished with that?
Knock yourself out, pal!
but an uninterrupted losing streak.
I don't deserve this anguish.
There's a horse in the third race.
The man just said that the only way this horse can lose is if lightning strikes. What do you like? You like the odds on lightning?
I mean, really, I don't see why you people can't just watch the horses run around the track and not bet on them.
Just let me win this one.
Honey, some people like to rub me for luck.
I'm due.
But what's happening to him today
My God, Trotter, you won!
is one
I can't believe it!
for the books.
Congratulations.
You might be walking around lucky and not even know it.
$2,450. I'm rich.
Give me the money.
Because when Jay Trotter wins,
What do you like in the third, huh?
he takes the world
7 horse.
along for the ride.
I'm having a good day.
$69,000.
So where's all this money?
Let it ride. And put every penny on the number 2 horse, Hunt and Trot.
I have a house in the Bahamas and I love a man with guts.
No! The horse is probably gonna swallow its tongue or something. He's coming through!
You're the greatest I've ever seen. I'll tell my grandchildren about you.
Richard Dreyfuss,
God likes me! He really, really likes me!
David Johansen,
I can't feel so inclined!
Terry Garr,
It's only money.
Jennifer Tilly,
This is what life is all about. Spontaneity, if you know what I mean.
Jockey's high on the horse. He's probably trying to get off!
One more word, I'll kill you.
They're glued together! I could lose! Come on! I thought we had a deal!
Let It Ride.
You're a wonderful guy. What a guy.
This, to me, was one of the most appallingly banal and painful movies I've seen in a long time, and I hated it from beginning to end. I hated it at the beginning when she's talking to the wall. I mean, that might work on the stage, but when she's in that right wall, I want to say, you know, I wanted to give her some advice. There's only a wall there. Then when she meets the guy in Greece, obviously they had to get an Englishman, Tom Conti, to play the role. No self-respecting Greek would play that incredible collection of Hellenic lover cliches. I was, going around with his mustache, I want to take you for a boat ride, and the sun sets as they're embracing each other in the surf. And then what happens? The happy ending is she gets a job as a waitress in his restaurant after he jilts her because he's a gigolo.
Is this it? Have you finally gone round the friggin' pipe?
We always have steak on Thursday.
I'm not eating shite.
Mother, you haven't put enough sugar in this cocoa. You go down and get us another spoon. She's only been back 5 minutes and she's got me strutting around like R2 bleating D2. Hiya, Wall. What's wrong with that? There's a woman 3 doors down talks to a microwave. Talking to a microwave. Whoa, what's the world coming to? I think sex is like supermarkets. Just a lot of pushing and shoving and you still come out with very little at the end. The only thing I ever wanted to do was travel. I'd like to drink a glass of wine, sitting by the sea, watching the sun go down. Not a feminist, not like Jane.
All men are potential rapists.
Even the Pope. Shirley Valentine got married to a boy called Joe. But somewhere along the way, the boy called Joe turned into him.
I always have my tea at 6 o'clock.
World exclusive. Joe eats late. We were at school together. Marjorie's an air hostess now.
But I'm not an air hostess. I'm a hooker.
That's right, Melandra. I'm going to Greece for the sex. Sex for breakfast, sex for dinner, sex for tea, and sex for supper.
Sounds like a marvellous diet, love.
It's called the F-Plan. I hardly recognise myself these days. I love it here. Don't I rock? I've got this little dream about sitting at a table by the edge of the sea.
I move table to edge of sea. I make your dream come true.
The only holiday romance I've had is with myself. And I think I've come to like myself, really. I've fallen in love with the idea of living.
Shirley, who are you talking to?
The wall, Costas. Just a wall.
My God.
I'm Shirley the Brave. Shirley the Marvellous. Shirley Valentine.
Dead Poets Society is one more recycled version of the ancient movie formula about the war between rebellious young people and hidebound authoritarian adults and the one good teacher who's on their side. This is a movie about a man who says, "Dare to be different," and I wish the movie had taken the same dare.
Gentlemen, what are the 4 pillars?
Tradition, honor, discipline, excellence. Banners up.
Welton Academy for Boys, a breeding ground for the future leaders of America. An institution dedicated to achievement, virtue, and conformity. A school whose rigid standards are upheld by every single teacher, except one.
Come on, Mr. Overstreet, you twerp. Mr. Anderson, are you a man or an amoeba? Language was developed for one endeavor, and that is to communicate. No, to woo women. Mr. Keating.
Some people like to rock, some people like to roll, but moving in a groove is gonna satisfy my soul. Let's have a party.
Touchstone Pictures presents Robin Williams as John Keating, teacher,
Well, is this a dagger I see before me?
philosopher,
I like Byron. I give him a 42, but I can't dance to him.
orator,
Oh, Titus, bring your friend hither.
and founder of the Dead Poets Society.
A bunch of guys sitting around reading poetry.
No. Ding. Thank you for playing anyway.
What was the Dead Poets Society?
The dead poets were dedicated to sucking the marrow out of life. Spirits soared, women swooned, and gods were created. Not a bad way to spend an evening, eh?
I hereby reconvene the Dead Poets Society.
To strive, to seek, to find.
Gotta do more, gotta be more. Dare to walk a new path, dare to strike out and find new ground.
I'm hearing rumors, John, about some unorthodox teaching methods in your classroom.
Break out. I'm gonna do it!
John Keating. He began by teaching English. Now, he's changing lives.
I got the part! Tear out the entire introduction.
Who put you up to it? Was it this new man, this, Mr. Keating?
Are we just playing around out here? Or do we mean what we say?
Tradition, honor, discipline.
Rip, shred, tear.
What is this Dead Poet Society? I want names.
This is a battle, a war. The casualties could be your hearts and souls.
For the first time in my whole life,
I know what I want to do.
Medicine, law, business, engineering, these are noble pursuits. Poetry, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for.
That's beautiful.
Sit down, Mr. Anderson. Sit down. What the hell is going on here?
Seize the day.
Touchstone Pictures presents Robin Williams as John Keating. He was the inspiration that made their lives extraordinary. Dead Poets Society.
I never had any idea during this movie what Jerry Lee Lewis was really thinking, and I don't think the movie wanted me to. This is a film that takes a life that has been mired in drugs, alcohol, violence, and tragedy, and tries to find one little period of a couple of years that were sort of like the cliches of Hollywood musical biographies. And even then, the life is pretty seamy and depressing. Jerry Lee Lewis comes across in this movie as popularized, sanitized, and almost lobotomized. And even then, he seems to belong in a tragedy, not a musical comedy.
Take a white right hand and a black left hand, and what do you got? You got rock and roll.
Shake it, baby, shake it. Woo! Shake it, shake it. I said shake it, baby, shake it. Ooh, this baby, move it.
I am the king. I am a God-given talent. Well, this here's my cousin, Jerry Lee Lewis. You'll probably know him from that blasphemous shaking song.
Hey, girl, if you're gonna love me, honey, please don't tease. If I can hold you, baby, let me squeeze. For my heart's going round and round, and my love is gonna tumble down. Yeah, you leave me breathless.
Rock and roll is the devil's music. That boy could get himself in a whole lot of trouble.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my will, oh, what a thrill. Goodness, this wreckage just quitting balls of fire.
You see this hand? It makes $5,000 a night. You see this one? It does too.
It feels good. Hold me, baby. Girl, you love you like a lover should. Goodbye. Showtime. I'm under this world that you're mine.
I swear I will kill him. I shine like gold when I play that piano. And I'm saying I'll play my guts out. I am Jerry Lee Lewis.
Goodness gracious, quick balls of fire.
So if I'm going to hell, I'm going there playing piano.
Can you tell us any more about the movie?
Well, basically the movie is a series of rapidly projected still images which, when illuminated in the proper order, create the illusion of motion. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that this is perhaps the greatest movie ever made in the history of mankind.
On U62, the reason television was invented. Be there!
Listen, let's get one thing straight. Guns don't kill people. I do.
Channel 62 has the lowest ratings in the history of television. What they need is a new station manager.
No, not him. Forget it. No way.
A man of action. A man of courage. A man of vision.
What's your name?
Billy.
Billy what?
What they get is a man so desperate, he'll put anyone on the air.
Hey, Stanley.
Yeah, George?
How'd you like your own TV show?
Okay. You get the drink from the fire hose! Okay, you ready? Yeah! Open wide!
He's Conan, the librarian.
Today we're teaching poodles how to fly.
We beat out the networks.
George Newman. He starts where the others stop.
We're the #1 station in town.
Orion Pictures presents Weird Al Yankovic in UHF, the movie.
This movie is a total disappointment. No thought went into it, no effort went into it, there's no comedy in it. This movie is a complete disappointment. This is a demonstration of the bankruptcy of sequels.
At the stroke of midnight, on New Year's Eve of the last decade of the 20th century, America's largest city is about to pay for the nastiness of its inhabitants. When that day comes, when the slime starts to rise,
The Titanic just arrived.
when ghosts start arriving by the boatload,
We gotta find the guys.
there's only one thing to do.
Sometimes weird things happen. Someone has to deal with it. And who are you gonna call? All right, suck in the guts, guys. We're the Ghostbusters.
The superstars of the supernatural are back to nuke the spooks.
Two in the box. Ready to go. We be fast and they be slow.
Make some time.
Don't put any of those old cheap moves on me.
No.
It's different.
I have all new cheap moves.
Raise your spirits.
If we don't do something by midnight, you will be remembered in history as the man who let New York get sucked down into the 10th level of hell.
And kick some slime.
Looks like a giant Jell-O mold.
I hate Jell-O. Oh, come on. There's always room for Jell-O.
Happy New Year!
Hose 'em.
Ghostbusters 2.
You're short, your belly button sticks out too far, and you're a terrible burden on your poor mother.
Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Sigourney Weaver, Harold Ramis, Rick Moranis, and Ernie Hudson in an Ivan Reitman film. Ghostbusters 2.
We're the best! We're the beautiful! We're the only Ghostbusters! We're back! Who you gonna call?
Somehow I didn't find the movie as funny as I expected to, and a lot of it wasn't intrinsically funny, but simply consisted of a funny guy with strange hair doing crazy things. We've seen a lot of that in the movies already. It's not funny just because somebody is trying to act funny.
I thought it was quite awful, and I don't know that I even liked the idea, the premise, or the fact that it was, I wouldn't even call it audacious. I thought it was kind of stupid.
Now, Australia's colossal comedy hit, starring its newest comedy hero, comes to the States. Yahoo Serious is Young Einstein.
Albert Einstein.
He is destined to create the most powerful scientific theories in history.
I discovered the formula for splitting beer atoms.
Only one girl is brilliant enough to understand him.
My name is Marie Curie.
Only one man is low enough to steal from him. Albert discovers that there are even worse things in the big city than a cat pie. For example,
An atomic bomb.
if ever the world needed a revolutionary new theory, it's now. At last, the incredible untold story of the greatest mind of all time. Albert Einstein, thrill seeker, lover, adventurer, genius.
Who is this barbarian? I'm a Tasmanian.
Warner Brothers proudly presents Yahoo Serious as Young Einstein. One seriously funny movie.
Gene, I don't, earlier you were saying the film didn't have enough humanity. I don't go to an Indiana Jones film for humanity. I don't go to an Indiana Jones film for convincing father-son relationships.
But if it
I
isn't,
go for action and stunts. I thought that Connery had a couple of good lines in which he was trying to be
It's
strict.
it's just not as strong as I expected to be.
We're about to complete a great quest. The Holy Grail, Dr. Jones.
Oh, rats.
This is it.
The shield is the second marker. We found it.
Indiana Jones is on the quest of a lifetime. But for some adventures, one Jones is not enough.
Dad? Junior? Don't call me that, please.
Follow me! I know the way! A race across 3 continents.
And in this sort of race, there's no silver medal for finishing second.
Hang on, Dad, we're going in!
Into the homeland of the enemy.
Nazis. I hate these guys.
Our situation has not improved.
In his search for the Holy Grail.
How dare you kiss me?
Are you crazy? Don't go between them!
Go between them, are you crazy?
Where's my father?
In the belly of that steel beast. Dad! Junior!
You call this archaeology? The quest for the Grail is not archaeology. It's a race against evil.
Germany has declared war on the Jones boys.
Those people are trying to kill us.
I know, Dad!
It's a new experience for me. Happens to me all the time.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Have the adventure of your life. Keeping up with the Joneses.
It's very difficult to write contemporary comedy, and When Harry Met Sally, while it's not in the same class as Annie Hall, the film does have some cute moments and a touch of the anguish of modern relationships with partners having maybe too much time on their hands. Actually, it's a better comedy than social commentary, with one hilarious scene involving Meg Ryan proving to Billy Crystal that most women, most any woman, can fake sexual response. A marginal thumbs up for me.
Men and women can't be friends because no man can be friends with a woman that he finds attractive. He always wants to have sex with her.
So you're saying that a man can be friends with a woman he finds unattractive?
No, you pretty much want to nail him too.
Grab.
No, I don't like to eat between meals.
I'll roll down the window. A faceless guy rips off your clothes, and that's the sex fantasy you've been having since you were 12. Exactly the same.
Well, sometimes I varied it a little.
Which part?
What I'm wearing.
You tell her about other women.
Yeah, like the other night. I made love to this woman, and it was so incredible. I took her to a place that wasn't human. She actually meowed.
You made a woman meow?
Are you comfortable?
Sure. I need to talk.
What happened?
What's the matter?
Harry came over last
I went
night.
over to Sally's last night.
Because I was upset that Joe was getting married.
One thing led to another.
And before I knew it, we were kissing,
To make
and
a long
then
story short,
we did it.
They did it.
You're challenging,
I'm difficult. I'm too structured. I'm completely closed off.
but in a good way.
And I'm gonna be 40.
When?
Someday.
In 8 years.
It's not the same for men. Charlie Chaplin had babies when he was 73.
Yeah, but he was too old to pick them up.
This movie has great special effects.
Yes, it does.
Convinced me that we were underwater.
Yes, it did.
And you could see what was happening. Oftentimes they try to fudge underwater movies by putting everything in a big cloud of sand or something so that you can't see that it's only models or something. This movie looked good, and I thought it was very exciting. I thought the ending, of course,
cheap.
I mean, we could have taken the last
Also,
5 minutes and just not had them.
But
And we would have had a-
didn't even look cheap.
Yeah,
I mean, like it was photographed on bad stock or something.
The ending was not the best part of the movie.
It began 2 years ago in an unfinished nuclear power plant. It became one of the most challenging motion pictures ever made. And on August 9th, the most original adventure of the summer will begin at theaters everywhere. From James Cameron, the writer and director of The Terminator and Aliens, comes The Abyss.
God, I hate that bitch.
Probably shouldn't have married her then, huh?
Hang on, gentlemen.
Here's a bottomless pit, baby. 2.5 miles straight down.
It was alive. It was like a dance of light. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I don't think they mean us any harm. I don't know how I know that.
Whatever happens, it's up to us.
That guy scares me more than anything that's down there.
We all see what we want to see. Coffee looks and he sees hate and fear. You have to look with better eyes than that. Talk to me, Bud, please. Do you hear me?
He's coming up fast.
I need to know if you're okay. You can't leave me here alone.
You never backed away from anything in your life. Now fight!
The special quality of the movie Parenthood is that it juggles, though, so many characters so well, building a mosaic of family life. The film has been well cast, most particularly well written by Lowell Gans and Babalu Mandel. There are probably close to 100 little scenes here, and the vast, vast majority of them work with laughter and with wisdom. I sat there enjoying the film's sensitivity to just how much work parents devote to their children.
This summer, Ron Howard brings us a portrait of the American family.
Gil, how long do we have to sit here and wait for you to figure that thing out?
Dad, it's a family portrait. It takes time, all right? Whoops.
Gil, why don't you let Nathan do it? No.
Steve Martin.
Gil, it's your camera. I think you should be. I think I know how to do it. Put film in the camera, Gil. Here we go. All right, we got 15 seconds. Okay.
Hey, hurry up.
Oh, great job, Gil.
Tom Hulse. Rick Moranis.
1, 2, 3. Cheese.
Lee Phoenix. Martha Plimpton.
What did he say?
Cheese. I might have said it for 20. One more time. 2, 3. Cheese. Quick, cheese.
Keanu Reeves. Jason Robards.
Where's the booklet?
Mary Steenburgen. And Diane Wiest.
Come on, one big happy family.
In a comedy about a job that takes patience, togetherness, and, most of all, perfect timing. Parenthood. It could happen to you.
Sex, Lies, and Videotape is refreshingly adult, beautifully shot, and extremely well acted. James Spader, who won the grand prize as Best Actor at Cannes, charges this movie with a special kind of unpredictable energy. It's a really fine performance and surprising in the quiet moments. That's what I particularly enjoyed. He isn't just shouting out. He's quiet and surprising when he's getting minimal. This is more of a small exercise as a film, but exceedingly well done.
It's the most provocative film of the year. Vincent Canby in the New York Times calls it one of the best of '89. Exceptionally accomplished and witty.
Being happy isn't all that great. I mean, the last time I was really happy, I got so fat.
The Los Angeles Times calls it brilliant. A delicate and sexually charged film.
So, what are we gonna do over tonight?
Rolling Stone says it's dazzling, fun, and scorchingly erotic.
Why don't you let me tape you?
Doing what? John and Ann don't have sex anymore.
And Time magazine calls it terrific. The season's smartest and funniest film.
It's for me.
Yeah, it's for you.
Sex, Lies, and Videotape.
Is that for me?
Yeah, it's for you.
A Miramax Films release.
If you're above the age of 6 or 7, you're thinking, how are they getting the animals to do this? And, for example, remember the scene where the 3 little puppies each climb up on top? First the first one, then the second one, then the third one, climb on top of the log. You could almost see the third one being pushed up into position.
Milo was trouble from the very beginning. The first animal Milo met was Otis. "You're a strange-looking cat," Milo said. "Oh, I'm not a cat. I'm a dog." Really, deep down inside, we're all cats, right? No, deep down inside, I'm a dog. Nevertheless, Milo and Otis became best friends.
We're going to take a walk outside today. Gonna see what we can find today. We're going to take a walk outside today. Gonna see what we can find today.
Milo and Otis. They're traveling far away from home, and the only way back is together. Now a puppy needs a buddy, and a kitten needs a pal.
Such a great big world that's all set up for a curious cat and a pug-nosed pup. Friends to meet, places to be. It's all so new and fun to see.
Milo and Otis, two friends who share a love of adventure and the adventure of love. The Adventures of Milo and Otis.
This is what could almost be described as a Gene Hackman role. This is the kind of role where they say, well, let's get Gene Hackman because he will bring a depth of character to the role that we really haven't put into the screenplay. And in this case, they have not made the character
not at all
a very special person. But Hackman, of course, has these mannerisms, his way of speaking, his way of carrying himself.
He's a nice
so you
guy.
get a free ride when you hire Gene Hackman.
It began in Berlin. A routine assignment for Sergeant John Gallagher.
There you go, Sergeant. He's all yours.
You go to that court-martial, you better get those ribbons on your chest.
Be all you can be.
I think you're going to prison, Walter.
You don't know where I'm going.
But something went wrong.
I need your help, Eileen.
I know, they caught you climbing out the window of some lady's boudoir.
No, I lost my package. A prisoner I was bringing back from Germany.
Dead wrong.
Something weird has come upon this guy. Why would someone want to take the place of a guy going to prison?
He gets into the country without a passport.
Now he's in over his head.
From all indications, we have an agreement.
Damn it, Bob. We've exhausted the option. This is insane. Gallagher knows too much already. He has to be eliminated.
Ralph Burns, Arlington Police.
Somebody wants you real bad, Johnny.
What, are you working for the Russians?
If he doesn't get some answers,
We've been set up. Let's get out of here. These people can be anybody they want to be.
it may be too late.
Who are you working for?
I'm a public servant.
For everyone.
Who pays you? Everybody pays me.
Hasn't been a world war in 50 years, Sergeant. You ever wonder why?
You're making a big mistake. Get it?
The winner and still heavyweight champion of the world, Eric the Eliminator
The world's most powerful boxers don't fight in New York or Las Vegas. They live and die in a world of their own.
Eric, don't do it.
To underestimate a fighter like this is dangerous.
I saw the look in his eyes. This guy is crazy. He's fucking crazy.
To face them in the ring is suicide.
I'm the best.
Now, for the sake of his brother, a man must enter this world alone.
May I help you? I want done. And I want you to teach me Muay Thai.
And learn the art of humility.
It's straight different in America. Your defense stinks.
Of faith.
Just listen. With your mind, your heart, your whole being.
And vengeance.
Your brother. Remember?
It takes a lifetime to master the art of survival.
You're going to fight Tom Paul?
Kurt Sloan has a matter of months. From the makers of Bloodsport, a new film starring Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I will that fight for you and me. He's not gonna let you out of that ring alive.
The movie group presents Jean-Claude Van Damme in Kickboxer. It takes one to kill one.
The tension level for me was not the mystery was there, of course, but the tension level was just to see two really strong adults go at it in a closed room, and what's going to happen?
Well, I could ask you about your tension level, but I'm afraid I couldn't do it without giving away a secret about the movie, so I'll...
It's a good picture.
You know what I'm thinking of?
No, I don't. I don't even want to know.
Don't you move!
You drop it!
Drop it! Drop it!
I heard from one of you guys you caught a good one. Face-down taxpayer back of the head in his own bed.
Your guy put an ad in the singles magazine, right?
There's some psycho woman out there killing guys.
Wanna know how we catch her? We put our own ad in. We set up dates with 30, 40, 50 of the ladies who answer. We take them out, some restaurant, some bar, get their prints on a wine glass. Bingo, she's dropped.
I don't believe in wasting time on this kind of stuff. You know what you know and you go with it.
You go with what?
I believe in animal attraction. I believe in love at first sight. I believe in this.
No offense, but you never did get her prints, did you?
She's not the shooter. I have done some desperate, foolish things.
You mean like being here with me? You're a good man.
You never know.
I always know.
What are you, nuts? You just met her.
What are you looking for? Huh?
She's a friggin' suspect, Frank. Just walk away.
This is getting out of hand.
What are you looking for? What are you looking for? What are you looking for?
This movie is pleasant enough. I wasn't sitting there appalled by how bad it was, but it never really took off, and it never really electrified.
It had nothing special about it. When the decision was made to make this picture, what did they think they were doing? I mean,
why did this picture have to be made? It didn't have to be made.
Meet Cookie.
Docket number 8N06357, Carmela Maria Angelina Teresa Voltecki.
Yo, my little arrest is gonna jam up your parole.
And her loving father, Dino.
She's just like you.
She's not like me.
I'd rather shoot myself than end up like her.
You got a miserable personality.
Now you two learn to love each other. Right now.
Ugh. Dino's going back into business. You want to be the godfather. Cookie's following in his footsteps.
Now what's my cut?
You cut and stepping on everyone's toes. I can't tell if you're really smart or retarded.
But you gotta have a plan.
We've got company.
We want me to lose them?
No, I was planning we all go to Playland together. Together, we're a family. The family will never forget. Beginner's luck, Peter Falk.
I thought you were gonna go straight.
Diane Wiest.
I just want us to be a family.
Emily Lloyd.
I'm working for Mussolini, so you can feel like we're a normal family.
Directed by Susan Seidelman.
I know a guy in prison. Billy Bruno. He put a hit on his own kid.
Cookie. She's a chip off the old block.
Field of Dreams is so fragile and so perfect, it's like a miracle. A completely original and visionary movie about the love of baseball.
I have just created something totally illogical.
That's what I like about it.
If you build it, he will come. If you build it, he will come.
If you build what, who will come?
You didn't say.
I hate it when that happens.
Me too.
Who's hearing voices?
Ray is. I think I know what "if you build it, he will come" means.
Ooh, why do I not think this is such a good thing?
Daddy, there's a man out there on your lawn. Are you a ghost?
What do you think?
You look real to me.
Hi!
You couldn't see it.
This is really interesting.
You believed in the magic. It happened. Isn't that enough?
Annie, it's more than that. I feel it as strongly as I've ever felt anything in my life. There's a reason.
Go the distance.
Did you hear the voice too? Did you hear it?
Go the distance.
Yes.
Our Grave is dead. He died in 1972.
Are you Moonlight Graham? No one's called me Moonlight Graham in 50 years.
Unbelievable.
It's more than that. It's perfect.
You build a baseball field in the middle of nowhere, and you sit here and you stare at nothing.
This field, this game, it's a part of our past, Ray. It reminds us of all that once was good.
Hey, is this heaven?
No. It's Iowa.
Kevin Costner, Amy Madigan, James Earl Jones, Ray Liotta, Burt Lancaster. Sometimes, when you believe the impossible, the incredible comes true. Field of Dreams.
La Lectrice uses words as they have rarely been used in the movie. Language, the sound of words, the shape of words, becomes an actual character of its own. The most important character in the film, dominating everything, including the woman who is reading. The result is a most original film celebrating the written and spoken word.
The voluptuousness of these words, the beauty of these words, and the fact that they're in French and subtitled in English in an odd way puts a spin on it that makes them even more
otherworldly and
even more mysterious.
Yeah, I've never heard language used this way in a picture.
Jeune femme propose lecture à domicile, littérature, documents, textes divers. Numéro de téléphone. Vous allez avoir des ennuis.
Allô, la police? Qu'est-ce que vous allez lui dire?
Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Si j'étais morte, il faut que vous le sachiez, pauvre idiote. C'était de votre faute.
Mais qu'est-ce que vous lui avez lu? C'est que cette histoire que vous lui avez lue?
Qu'est-ce que vous lui avez fait? Mais je faisais la lecture.
Vous êtes irresponsable ou quoi? Qu'est-ce que vous faites au juste chez les gens sous prétexte de lecture?
Pourquoi t'es plus revenu? T'as changé de métier?
The amazing thing about this movie is how it really asks each one of us to ask the question, how would you behave in a situation like that? Would I have been any braver than the Fox character? No.
No, no, I wouldn't.
I think I would have been totally intimidated by Penn and these other three people.
From the director and the producer of The Untouchables.
Hey, Sarge, you gotta give me a minute here on this thing we're doing. I don't want nothing but charm people around me on this one, gentlemen, so bring your good luck stuff. Like this, Sarge? This is nuts. We ain't supposed to be doing this. Everybody else is up for this. This is kidnapping, ain't it, Sarge?
Be advised, you best just relax and try to forget about this thing. Is that clear?
Yeah, you got a weapon. We all got weapons. Anybody can blow anybody away, which is the way it ought to be. Always.
Military court-martials are notoriously lenient.
My job, sir, was to kill communist aggressors, count the bodies.
Even if these 4 guys get convicted, they're not going to do any real time.
You throw guys like us in the stockade and you're helping nobody but the Viet Cong.
If I was them, I'd be looking for a little payback.
Somebody stumbles, they don't mean to shoot you, they're sorry. You could get killed real easy.
Now, a man like you, wife, baby daughter, I'd be considering those factors very carefully.
You don't have to try and kill me, man. I told them. And they don't care! Just because each of us might be blown away, everybody's acting like we can do anything, man. And you think you're standing up to me? Ah! You probably like the Army, don't you, Erickson? This ain't the Army, Sarge.
Michael J. Fox, Sean Penn, Casualties of War.
It's strange the way this movie generates creepy feelings that work against everything it's trying to do. By the end of the movie, I wasn't sure that I would want Uncle Buck living in my suburb with me.
I like the dark stuff. You know,
the problem was there didn't seem to be, Hughes didn't seem to know which way he wanted to go, and so what you have is this upbeat kind of material with this undercurrent that seemed to be pulling against it. So both of it, I guess we agree that in one way or another, the movie is
it's going in two
parts that don't fit.
Right. I have courage, and I love to see movies generally more dark than they are.
Where do you live?
City.
Do you have a house?
Apartment.
Own or rent?
Rent.
What do you do for a living?
Lots of things.
Where's your office?
I don't have one.
How come?
I don't need one.
Where's your wife?
Don't have one.
How come?
It's a long story.
Do you have kids?
No, I don't.
How come?
It's an even longer story.
Are you my dad's brother?
I'm your dad's brother, all right.
Buck Russell had always been the black sheep of the family.
I'm stunned that I'm related to you.
Until one night.
Buck, we have a problem with the kids. We're stuck for somebody to watch them.
Oh, please, not that.
Can we trust him?
My brother, for God's sake.
I won't let him get into that Satan stuff or any of the new chicks. I'll leave that for me. Wow. I'm kidding, huh?
Now, he's making them breakfast.
Cigar?
No, thanks.
Making them lunch. And making them crazy.
What did you do?
He's irresistible.
And I want to ask you why I'm so attracted to you.
I wouldn't even guess at that.
He's unbelievable.
I'm Anita Horga.
I'm Buck Melanoma. Molly Russell's wart.
He's John Candy as Uncle Buck.
What does he like to drink? I've been leaving the toilet seats up. Is that what the blue water is? It's not good for him, huh?
Uncle Buck, the new comedy from John Hughes.
You have much more hair on your nose than my dad.
Well, nice of you to notice.
I'm a kid, that's my job.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
This is a fascinating docudrama, nicely written by Michael Thomas and directed by Michael Caton Jones. It's really one of the best films I've seen this year.
I thought it was a very good film. Well acted, well directed, well written, and right on the mark with its message, which was so controversial that this material could not be made as a miniseries on British television.
All together now! You've never had it so good!
In 1961, two teenage girls teamed up for a night on the town. Christine Keeler was 18 years old. Mandy Rice Davis was 16. Together, they were to discover that in an age of innocence, sex was the most powerful weapon of all. 3 years after their first meeting, they brought down the British government. This is their story. It's true, and it's a scandal. One man was the key to the events that followed. His name was Stephen Ward.
Christine, my darling, when you're as beautiful as you are, you don't have to say a thing. Just wet your lips and look willing. I could do wonders with you, little baby. Could shock the world.
Dr. Ward is the son of a vicar. He's a connoisseur of sin.
You know, he's an MP. Astor's a lord. Ward's just a jumped-up little ponce from Torquay.
You don't understand. I love Stephen. He's the only man I've ever loved.
Got you. If what this tart has just told me is true, then we are sitting on dynamite.
I've never made love until you've made love in a gondola.
Did he give you money, Christine?
Who?
Profumo. Did he pay you?
I'm not a prostitute.
She must be stopped.
I'm what you made me.
Let me give you the headline. She's talking to everyone.
You pull the strings.
The War Minister, the model, and the Russian spy.
Are you aware that Lord Astor denies any impropriety in his acquaintanceship with you?
Well, he would, wouldn't he?
Leave Christine to me, Jack. I dreamt her up. I can make her vanish. You're for the job, Lord.
I can't have lovesick jungle bunnies running amok on the front door, taking pot shots at the windows.
I never touched her. You know that. Never laid a finger on her.
Goes without saying. I like to think that I'm loyal to my friends. You're going to need all the friends you can get.
This is not fair. It's a scandal. Such a scandal.
Now Stephen's in the dark.
Some girls you can never forget. Michael hasn't seen his girl since she left college in the middle of the semester. Then she invited him to her house for Christmas.
Guess who? Gabby.
He's expecting an intimate week for two. He isn't ready for the family.
Seen the dog? There you are. Good boy.
I'm not in love with you anymore. And I'm glad that you came.
Especially the sisters. That's Simone,
You're sick.
and that's Aranka.
Think I look pretty in this dress? You'd like to pull the bow?
How many of my daughters have you slept with?
I thought you wanted me.
One.
Nearly 3.
What was that?
Your mother. I agree with you. I think the first time is very important.
An incredible week with an unforgettable family. Especially the sisters.
What are you doing?
Just taking my things up.
What for?
I don't think you should leave. We're all just getting to know you.
There's some girls.
One of the most telling evidences of the underlying racism in this country is the number of white people I've talked to who saw this film and who thought that it was anti-white. This movie is not anti-white, it is not anti-black. I believe that anyone of any race with an open mind would come out of Do the Right Thing knowing more and empathizing more with the position of the other race than they had when they came in. This is a movie of unity. This is a movie of communication. It's a movie in which Spike Lee is trying to say, I've opened my eyes, I've tried to look at what's happening here, and here's what I saw. That's what the movie is about.
Ooh-wee. It's gonna be a scorcher today.
Universal Pictures presents a new film from Spike Lee.
Good morning, Miss Mother Sister. Now, Mookie, don't work too hard today. The man says it's gonna be hot as the devil.
I've been here 25 years. LaSalle's famous pizzeria is here to stay. Trust me.
Mookie, the last time I trusted you, we ended up with a son.
I know you can't stand it. You can't stand it. Hey, Sal, how we gonna burst for the war here?
You want brothers on the wall? Love. Get your own place. You can do what you want to do.
What I tell you about that noise? What I tell you about them pictures?
You talk to him, brother, talk to him.
You the man. No, you the man. No, you the man.
No, you the man. The first time you turn your back, boom. Right here, man, in the back. Y'all take a chill. You'd like to sign a petition to boycott Sal's famous pizzeria?
Hear me, what you ought to do is boycott that no-good barber that messed up your head.
And that's the double truth. Rude. Fight the power. Fight the power.
You know, deep down inside, I think you wish you were black.
Who told you to step on my sneakers? Who told you to walk on my side of the block? Who told you to be in my neighborhood? I own this brownstone. Who told you to buy a brownstone on my block, in my neighborhood, on my side of the street? I can't even hear myself think!
From Spike Lee, director of School Days and She's Gotta Have It.
Good people, please. If we don't stop this and stop it now, we're gonna do something we're gonna regret for the rest of our lives. Doctor?
Come on, what?
Always do the right thing.
That's it?
That's it.
I got it. I'm gone.
Julie Haggerty's whining voice is annoying, so is Cheech Marin's constant "hey man" dialogue, and Eric Roberts' much too earnest acting. I think one of the reasons the actors overdid their lines in this picture is that the lines are so empty and trivial. But saying them louder only makes Rude Awakening that much more difficult to watch. It's a awful film.
I think it's worse than that. I think it's one of the worst films, not just of 1989, but of certainly one of the worst films of the 20 years since 1969.
I believe in every person there's this light. It may go brighter, it may go dim, but it never goes out.
My name is Brubaker. I'm from the Justice Department.
That was a federal pig. He's looking for you and Jesus, and he says he's coming back.
Okay, let's split.
In 1969, Fred and Jesus had to pack up their dreams of a better world and drop out of sight. Now they're back to give peace a chance. One more time. Wow. Boy, are they in for a rude awakening.
You've been gone 20 years and you still look like dirty, filthy hippies.
Boyd Stool. Hey, blood.
Who are these people?
I'm a little out of touch. What's going on with the planet?
You missed everything. Watergate, Ford, Carter, the hostage crisis, Jonestown, 3 Mile Island.
We blew a hole in the atmosphere. Whoa.
Wars! Star Search, Battle of the Network Stars.
We'll be feeling the repercussions of the drug culture for years to come.
Hey, can I get hit off of that man?
Men who hate women and the women who love them. I wouldn't. Women who hate women.
I'm not sure, but I think I was getting these "please don't sleep on the floor, come share my bed" vibes.
Men who love them.
Yeah, I'm really into colored chicks.
I own tanning salons.
Oh.
I mean, people pay me to get a tan.
Hey, how do you get the sun to shine just on those guys who pay, man?
I ran in the countries. Get off me. Get me.
All right!
There are people dying. And you tell me there's acid in the forest, there are missiles, there are plagues.
Yes, the system works.
Cheech Marin, Eric Roberts, Julie Haggerty, Robert Carradine, Cindy Williams, Buck Henry, Andrea Martin, Cliff DeYoung, Louise Lasser. Rude Awakening.
The future of the world is in our hands one more time. I said that. Peace.
To me, John was perfect for it. You know, I mean, I couldn't think of anybody else.
In Who's Harry Crumb, John Candy is surrounded by a wealth of comedic talent. Annie Potts, Jeffrey Jones, and Tim Thomerson.
One thing we can be thankful for is that they assigned that idiot Crumb to the case.
A woman in danger. A fortune in ransom.
I don't care what they want. I'll pay anything.
A mystery in the making.
You don't know anything about this kidnapping, do you?
There's only one man tough enough to intimidate the suspects. Smart enough to uncover the clues. Brave enough to catch the kidnappers.
Who is that?
Harry Crumb. That's right, the Harry Crumb.
He's the last in a long line of great detectives.
My reputation precedes me. Otherwise, I'd be late for all my appointments.
He's a master of disguise.
I am Bejou Delioche.
Could you spell that, please?
I don't think so. Try it with a D.
His mind is like a steel trap.
You find that crazy typewriter, and you'll have your kidnappers.
It's no wonder they took her. Just look at her. She's perfect.
Perfect? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look at the size of her head. She must be enormous.
You get paid for this?
Usually, yeah.
Are you a fly fisherman?
Fishing is my life.
Who's Harry Crumb? He's the best at tracking down the worst.
Nimble yet clumsy. Cunning yet naive.
He's a man's man, loved by women. He's coming on strong. He's coming through. And he's coming to a theater near you.
Harry Crumb.
John Candy.
Looks like this one should get a little rough.
Who's Harry Crumb?
Since Tapeheads is coming out on video soon, I wanted you to know a little bit about it. This is Roscoe's, which is a thing about like chicken and waffles and stuff. Anyway, it stars Tim Robbins and John Cusack as two guys trying to make it in the video business. And there's this one time, you know, when this car skids and yeah, like this, and then then Cusack's sleeve catches on fire. And then there's this presidential limbo party, and then but this lady's wig falls off at it, and it's, okay, wait a minute, hold it.
Stars told us they loved The Unusual movie.
I definitely think it's going to be like a cult classic.
I love Gina Davis. She's so good.
It's kind of like a 90s Wizard of Oz.
And are Earth Girls really easy, like the title says?
Under special circumstances.
I'm going to show you something that's going to totally change your life completely forever.
She's a brunette from Southern California. And he's not.
I need romance. I need surprises. A UFO landed in my pool. They captured me. I fed them Pop-Tarts, but you've got to cut their hair.
What did you say?
They may be from outer space.
So, they can still be dates.
I think we could just make them look more sort of human.
Hey, come on, everybody. We're doing a makeover.
But underneath, they're more than human.
Wow, you're incredible.
I can fix you up with some bodacious chicks just like that.
I can't believe you're printing an alien in front of all these people. I'm going home with him.
A we limp and hard to manage?
Wait a minute, are you, like, coming on to me?
Her boyfriend's a doctor.
I've never, ever been unfaithful to you.
Whose treatment is totally alienating.
Here comes Dr. Love.
And her new love's an alien who's more than accommodating.
Do you own your own home or do you rent it?
Gina Davis, Julie Brown, and Jeff Goldblum in a film directed by Julian Temple and produced by Tony Garnett.
I just don't want you to think Earth girls are easy.
Earth girls are easy.
Star Trek V is one of the most oddly constructed movies I've seen in a while, with its almost endless introductory scenes where they laboriously gather all of these people from all of their vacations and tell them they have to go on this mission. Then it leads up to a plot so confused that some of the characters are introduced and then hardly ever seen again, just in the background at a cocktail party. After the Enterprise gets through the Great Barrier and into the galactic center, the story goes completely haywire, and I can think of at least 5 logical questions about what happens there that I doubt if anyone could answer on the basis of anything in this movie.
From a relaxing vacation on Earth.
Greetings, Captain. I do not think you realize the gravity of your situation.
To the most perilous reaches of space. Only one crew dare travel where no man has ever gone before.
We'll need all the power you can muster, mister.
On a desolate planet, a renegade Vulcan seeks ultimate knowledge.
To find it, we'll need a starship.
And he will stop at nothing to get it.
I dreamt that a madman had taken over the Enterprise. You look like you've just seen a ghost.
Perhaps I have, Captain. Our destination is the planet Shakari, Eden, at the center of the galaxy.
The center of the galaxy can't be reached.
If you ask me, and you haven't, I think this is a terrible idea. We're bound to bump into the Klingons. Remain on course.
To Kirk, he's a fanatic to be fought.
You know we'll never make it through the Great Barrier.
I say the danger is an illusion.
To the crew, he's a mystic to be followed.
Cybok has simply put us in touch with feelings that we've always been afraid.
I have to get back to the transporter.
To Spock, he's the past he must confront.
Shoot him! You know I'm right. Spock, my only concern is getting the ship back. And you're either with me or you're not.
Put him in the brig with Captain Kirk.
But I'm a prisoner on my own ship.
What are you standing around for? Do you not know a jailbreak when you see one?
Mr. Scott, you're amazing. There's nothing amazing about it. I know this ship like the back of my hand.
Emergency channel open.
A hostile force has taken control of our vessel. Put us on a direct course with the Great Barrier.
Understood, Enterprise. We are dispatching a rescue ship immediately.
Clark!
Bird of prey bearing 105, Mark II.
Let me do something.
Mr. Sulu, full ahead.
Transfer power to warp drive. Warp speed now.
The greatest enterprise of all is adventure. Star Trek V, The Final Frontier.
Lean on Me has a good performance, but it's a very confused movie.
Well, what's confused about it, I think, is that at its core, it's really just a television show. I mean, I think that's at the level that it plays at.
This is a chance for us to make some changes. Go in and see if we can turn this thing around. I mean, nobody else wants the job.
East Side High was out of control, and then Joe Clark took over.
Take out your pencils and write. I want the name. Every hoodlum, drug dealer, and miscreant on my desk by noon today.
They called him Crazy.
You used to call me Crazy Joe? Well, now they can call me Batman.
Crazy for padlocking the doors.
You know me 30 years. You knew what I would do.
Crazy for changing the rules.
I want all of you to look at this slovenly, floppy boy here as an example of how not to dress.
But Joe Clark was only crazy about one thing: the kids he cared about.
You mess up just once, and you're out of here.
I'll help you carry on.
You are here for one reason only: to learn.
Morgan Freeman stars in the true story of Joe Clark.
My motto is simple: if you do not succeed in life, I want you to blame yourself.
From the director of Rocky and the Karate Kid.
Welcome to the new East Side High.
Lean on Me.